about it, but he'll do that over at the desk. This is a champion. He's a warrior. Go back and watch footage of him knocking out Buster Douglas. Go back and watch footage of him going up against Riddick Bowe. We know how big time. And it wasn't Mike Tyson biting his ear wasn't the only reason Evander Holyfield was relevant. The real deal was something special. Number 2 on the list. Prime time. Y'all know what time it is. Deion Sanders.
Now you're preaching.
I got one thing to say about prime time. Actually, 2. Number 1, the greatest cornerback in the history of football. Number 1. And number 2, you know you are a bad brother when your nickname alone with your game, the game in broadcasting as well as in football, you ain't even allowed to be on the daytime.
Right.
You missed one. Must be the money.
Must be the money.
Turning them on.
Number 1 on the list. The one and only.
Yeah.
The hammer.
Yeah, you're right.
The hammer.
Yeah.
755 career home runs, a lifetime batting average of 305. And this man did all the things that he did. No steroids, no PED speculation, none of that. And we also know the trials and tribulations that society put on him, and he still did what he did. This is my top 5 list. I don't even think it can be questioned. You heard what I said.
By the way, you turn every single one of his home runs into singles. He's still in the Hall of Fame. 3,000 hits.
You guys are good with the list?
We're good.
We're good?
No.
No?
You missed a big one.
What did I miss?
Michael Vick was electrifying. Greg Maddux was considered maybe the greatest right-handed pitcher who ever lived.
Well, when we talk about the greatest pitchers, even though he was great, we're usually talking about Smoltz, Maddux, and Glavine. So it's a 3-headed monster. With Michael Vick, it was just Michael Vick.
Right.
Maddox was not a big-time postseason performer.
Oh, then I don't want to talk about
regular season. He might have been the greatest pitcher of all time. Might have been the best pitcher who ever lived.
Okay.
Over
Ricky,
Michael Vick, sorry.
you want to move anything around?
At first, I was nervous. When you put Michael Vick at the bottom, I was really, really nervous. But this really made me nervous because I always felt like Dominique Wilkins probably maybe right here.
Right.
You know, maybe Dominique. But I can't argue with you, Steve. Of course. But Evander Holyfield, I think you could have switched these 2 right here.
Holyfield. Wilkins was never a champion. Holyfield was.
Okay, you got a point right there. This right here, you can't go wrong with that.
That's right.
So that's prime
The only
time.
reason he ain't number 1 is because of Hank Aaron.
Absolutely.
You're with it. You're cool.
You sold me.
The battle for the top 3 spots shows you how many ridiculously great athletes played right here or performed right here. Because you could argue any one of these 3 should be number 1.
No question. All right, Ricky, let's talk
somebody
the
said
game.
Herschel Walker. I heard somebody said Herschel.
Bulldogs, why not?
Atlanta, not Georgia.
Okay,
Atlanta, not Georgia.
That's what they say. You got a lot of Georgia Bulldogs fans.
I understand.
Yeah.
But my list was about Atlanta, not Georgia.
Right.
If it was Georgia, Herschel Walker would have been in there.
Right.
Without question.
No, man. Outcast, the East Side boys. Yeah, you put the list, but you have to have a rapper on the side.
I got you. Right. Put the rap on the side.
Right.
I can do that.
T.I.
T.I., Ludacris, the whole
Ricky,
crew.
when you made your pick, I saw you went L.A. You're going the Rams. Why do you think they're going to win it?
I think Todd Gurley is going to get loose. I think that's why they saved him in the last game. One of the best running backs in the NFL. I feel like the quarterback is really going to go out and have a good game or whatever. I think they're going to stop Tom Brady. If the referees go ahead and let somebody hit him. If Tom Brady get hit 2 or 3 times, they're not gonna win the Super Bowl. You got a young team. They're gonna break them down. They hungry, and I just really think the Rams gonna put on a show. I think the Rams running game, if they can stop those little short slant passes and they get to the quarterback, I think
that's a lot of ifs. If they get to the quarterback, they better put a pillow on the ground for Brady.
I mean, with all of the ifs you're throwing out there, if I had an afro, I'd look 10 years younger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know it's a lot of ifs, but I'm gonna go with the young team. I'm gonna go with the young team because they have a lot of enthusiasm and they hungry. Right. You ever ate a cracker when you was real hungry?
Yeah, I did.
It tastes good.
Damn good cracker. Damn good cracker.
Eddie Murphy.
So I think I would say the Rams 3 points. It's going to go all the way to the wire. It's not going to be a blowout.
Okay.
All right.
I believe that. I believe it's going to be tight. Here's my problem. It looks like, and I'm going to wait until Friday, but here's what I'm leaning towards.
Right.
The Rams are going to score late. They're going to give Brady too much damn time. He going to get the ball back with too much time.
All right, here's the question I have. Yeah. Will the defensive line of the Rams get to the quarterback?
I don't know.
I think this might be the Ndamukong Suh game. I think this might be the game because
I think he
you're
could be
going
the
to
key.
have to stop Donald, and Suh's already shown in these playoffs that with the money on the line, he can still play.
Belichick will not let Aaron Donald be the man that beats him. He's going to make Brockers or Ndamukong Suh or Fowler come get him. He's going to make somebody do that. Remember, he's getting rid of the ball in 2.5 seconds or less. Remember that he's dipping, dunking it to James White. Remember that Sony Michel from University of Georgia, has been running roughshod all season long as a rookie. So I'm looking at it from that perspective, and I'm like, there's a lot of options to neutralize Aaron Donald without him even being able to rush.
Will the Rams corners be aggressive? Will the Rams corners?
Well, I say this. I believe in the keep to lead. Marcus Peters will be aggressive as well. That ain't always the wisest decision on his part because one of the things that's the label against him is that he's not somebody that's going to man up on you. He's a spy. He takes chances. He takes risks against Tom Brady that could be deadly. Then you got that third thing. This kid, Roby Coleman, running his mouth about Tom Brady. Well, how do you start 6 games in your career but talk about a 5-time champion?
Yeah.
You start 6 games.
What if they win? Then it wasn't such a bad idea.
All right, well, let me ask you a question.
Don't give
the Patriots bulletin board material.
Going into a game, and you barely play. You damn sure don't start because you've been in the league 6 years. You have as many starts as many years as you've been in the NFL.
Right.
And you talking about a 5-time champion. I'm talking about before the game starts. How you think them brothers looking at Roby Coleman? Look, what's the matter with you?
Right.
Have you lost your damn mind?
Yeah.
Talking about Tom Brady?
Right.
Why don't you talk about
Tom Brady doesn't need bulletin board material to show up?
Excuse me. From what I'm told with Patriots.
You give him enough.
Exactly. I'll take
with
care of that.
Patriots that I've spoken to, present and former, what they say is Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they don't say anything, but anybody that comes at them like that, they will target you. They will target you.
Great. Then that's what you want. You want them focused on anything except the job.
I don't think you know good and damn well if you root for the Rams, you don't want Roby Coleman targeted. You know that. You know that.
But one thing I will say,
I want you off your game plan, whatever your game plan is.
What I will say, whoever get over probably 150 or 170 yards on the ground has a good chance of winning. And I think that the Rams could possibly get over 170 yards.
Let's not
They got two great running backs.
Gurley better be right.
Yeah, Gurley better be
They
right.
got one great running back, and C.J. Anderson had a couple of great games. One in particular.
I think Gurley got fresh legs, and I think he's probably going to get between 70 and 125
Well, C.J.'s been running the ball. I spoke to him yesterday. He's been running the ball effectively. He really has. So we can't underestimate that. If they can run on the Patriots, it can get very interesting. But in terms of Tom Brady and protection, again, like I said earlier, drop back plus 90 times in the playoffs. Hasn't been sacked once. Not one time.
Clean.
They're going to have to bring the house if they can't get pressure with 4. They're going to have to bring the house.
I want to talk to you about your quarterback. Give me one word how Atlanta fans would describe Matt Ryan.
MVP. Top 3.
Matter with y'all.
You want to get me beat up?
Come on.
I mean, Ricky, I'm hearing top 3 MVP.
Hold up. Am I answering the question to be honest or not get beat up?
Honest.
You're gonna get beat up. They ain't gonna touch Ricky Smiley.
He's okay. He's okay. He's not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback. In order to be a good quarterback, man, you got to have some championships. You got to get to the Super Bowl. At least get to the Super Bowl.
You can't take a sack for a 15-yard loss in the Super Bowl. You cannot take a sack for a 15-yard loss when you're in field goal range with the Super Bowl on the line. The game was over. He just had to avoid a sack. Sorry, guys.
It's Kyle Shanahan.
Got to get rid of the ball.
Me personally, I find y'all having a conversation about a quarterback that didn't even make the damn playoffs blasphemous. Okay, blasphemous. I mean, I'm not saying that Matty Ice can't ball. I'm saying this ain't the time to be talking about
I agree.
All right. Ricky,
I don't want to get knocked out.
no, it's all good. Before we let you go, though, what do you have going on this week here in Atlanta?
I'm going to be hosting. The BET Gospel Festival for the NFL for the Super Bowl. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a big show, and I'm on with y'all, of course, or whatever. I was on Wendy Williams earlier, but yeah, the big BET show. Make sure y'all check it out on BET Gospel Fest.
By the way, I got to get on your show. I heard there's somebody on your show that's talking about he leaving to come work for ESPN. Who is this man? Who is this imposter?